Hey everybody, welcome.
It is the one and only Kiara Simone,
And Morgan Gould.
and you are tuned into At the End of the Day. Today we are going to do a part 2 to our podcast from last week on social media. This week we're going to talk about my favorite social media site. Like, it's the best social media site ever. Like, Twitter.
All right, so Twitter was established in like 2006. It's actually a little, or 2004. It's actually a little bit older than Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And it really didn't take off until like after a lot of people started really hopping on there. Maybe around like 2012 is when it really started taking off. When all the high schoolers started getting on and just started acting crazy and whatnot. And as it went on, just Twitter has just taken a mind of its own. It was really just made to like promote businesses and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like most social media sites.
yeah. But like as time grew on, it established to like people that expanding their own brand, starting stuff, spreading information. It helps branch off social movements. It helps branch off just a lot of different things. It's really taken a world of its own. And sometimes it goes kind of downhill with some of the stuff that happens that we've seen in the past. Like people, they get assaulted and whatnot. We see all that. And then people, they like get their personal information spread all over the internet. And it's even taken down a lot of people. It's ruined their brand, their image. But also at the same time, we still have a lot of fun on social media.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that I like about Twitter, and I'm eating a cupcake. They were giving away cupcakes on Main Street, so I had to get one. But the one thing that I do like about Twitter is Twitter, I feel like, is very raw. Mm-hmm. Like the stuff people put on Twitter, like you wouldn't put, like the things I tweet about are not things I would ever put on Facebook or Instagram. Like Twitter, like you can really get into some deep stuff on Twitter. Like people open up about like depression, assault, because another thing people don't realize is Twitter is one of like the most fastest growing sites, and like so you can tweet something and it can be out to people in 45 seconds. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of news hits Twitter first because it updates on like a second by second basis. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one cool thing about Twitter. Like you can get information like that.
Mm-hmm. We know everything that's going on inside the world.
Like, yeah.
When they were having the protests during the presidential. Is it induction? No, it's not induction.
Inauguration.
Inauguration, and there was protests and whatnot, and then people that are already there, they can just, you don't even have to get a news van. All you gotta get is somebody with the camera or with the phone. They just record it and they post it, and then you have the news media coming to you.
And then let's not forget, I'm eating like I'm down here. That is not good. Let's not forget Twitter. Most big news sites have Twitter. So, like, CNN will tweet something, and then you know the whole world knows about it. So, that's what I like about Twitter the most. But, I said, it updates fast, so you get information fast. And you notice a lot of people who uses Twitter as their main social media site, like, we know a lot before everybody else does. Mm-hmm. We know a lot before everybody else does.
All you gotta do is just pull down. Everything's just instantly right there.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Your timeline will go from nothing to something like 10 seconds. It's really cool. I love Twitter.
Also, I really like connecting with people.
Yes.
I know so many people, and it's just like, you're all the way across the country. You're all the way inside of, like, London. Mm-hmm. But we can talk to each other like we're in the same time zone. And it's so cool because it's just like, without Twitter, we wouldn't have this, because Facebook, you're really just friending people that you know. Mm-hmm. Instagram, you're following people based on perception. And Twitter is just like, you follow them based on still perception, but you have like interests and y'all engage, and it's just like, it's lit. It's
I always encourage college students to get Twitter to like, because that's how I met a lot of the people. First of all, that's how I met my roommates, first of all. And that's how I met a lot of people on campus, just like following them on Twitter. So I always encourage college students, like when you if you're a freshman, make a Twitter and like hashtag whatever school you go to in your bio, and that's how people can like find you. Because I know that's how a lot of people found me. That's how people can find you. That's how y'all connect. I mean, you know, some people don't Even though y'all follow each other, y'all don't see each other like on campus or y'all don't speak. But the fact that y'all still have that connection there on social media is really cool. I really like it. You know, you post one thing, and it's really cool when you post one thing about your school, and then you follow like 40 people. Next thing you know, 200 people retweeted your stuff, and y'all all go to the same school, and y'all all can relate on something. So Twitter is a very relatable site, and that's what I like most about Twitter.
Another thing I like about Twitter is like the different clusters. It's kind of clicky, but at the same time, it's like cool because like you know exactly where to go to get information.
You have your woke Twitter.
You have Psycho Twitter.
Psycho Twitter. You have the what are they called? The I Hate Men Twitter.
You have the I Hate Women Twitter.
The I Hate Women Twitter. What's another one?
Bum Twitter.
Bum Twitter.
Ho Twitter.
Of course.
Soccer Mom Twitter.
Yes. The white women. White feminist Twitter.
Oh, don't go over there. It's so just like
white feminist Twitter. Because the thing about white feminist Twitter is it's like they're feminists, but they don't care about
other people.
They don't care about other people for one, and nothing. They don't care about real things. Like I feel like as a feminist, you're supposed to care about
everyone,
and to the betterment of women as a whole. It's just the things that they stand for. It's just like, what are you doing? You know, they rather
take yeast from their
yeah, they do stuff like that. Like
it just gets worse as you go down.
They do things like that. Don't they throw placenta on people or something stupid like that?
I've seen some horrible things. Like this lady was like, I can't say that on here. That's not appropriate. Let me think of something else.
Everything they do is like
it's not appropriate.
It's just the things that they do and the things that they stand for. You wouldn't think a feminist does. Like I feel like as a feminist, you're supposed to do things for the betterment of women, such as first of all, fixing these bogus abortion laws, making sure that women who are less fortunate have supplies for menstrual cycles, making sure fair wages, you know, the betterment of women, not throwing and not baking bread with your own yeast, you know. It's just the things that they stand for.
Who thinks of that?
You know, you have, but the different communities in Twitter are really, you know.
Black Twitter.
Black Twitter is Twitter. Black Twitter, I shouldn't have slammed on this, it made an echo. But Black Twitter, because I am a part of the Black Twitter community, Black Twitter makes the world go round. People don't understand. If you are a member of Black Twitter, you make the world go round because everything starts with Black Twitter, and the next thing you know, everything comes full circle.
Get all them good promotions in there.
Good free promotions.
People really shouldn't be doing them free promotions, though, because, like, you saw with Bird Box, how it just went, like, because I wasn't interested in going to see the streaming the movie, but then
I wasn't interested in Bird Box until black people started making them foolish memes.
And that man, Javante Rhodes.
Yes, nobody was interested in Bird
Box.
Nobody was interested in Bird Box till Black Twitter made it a thing, and Netflix should pay us.
They should. People should really start looking into these little brand deals on the low.
But you know,
I'm Twitter adjacent because you know sometimes stuff be happening, and you just want to make sure you can scoot your way out. Like I can get into this. I love makeup Twitter. I love Christian Twitter most of the time because they like to argue a lot.
Twitter is do not get on Twitter unless you're prepared to go like hard for what you believe in, because it's gonna be somebody, because you're gonna tweet one thing and it's gonna be somebody who disagrees, and then y'all next thing y'all know, y'all going back and forth for 4 hours.
Mute them. Mute is the best thing because they think that you're like choosing not to respond. It's like, I don't see you anymore.
I've never muted somebody on Twitter.
Girl, I've muted a few people.
I've never muted somebody. I want to, but like I haven't had that experience where like I needed to. So like I've never muted nobody on Twitter.
Oh, I'll tell you one horrible experience. Like I was talking about like, you know, Colin Kaepernick. And I'm just like, the NFL, everybody's like going hard for like all these owners and stuff, but they're making more than any of these players combined are gonna make. And they're just like, no they're not. No they're not. No they're not. And I'm just like, and it's always older people. Unfortunately, a lot of older white people.
You do have like, the 40 and over Twitter. That's another club. But back to what you were saying.
Yeah, I had to mute her because she was just going extra hard, and she was just lying and pulling up facts and whatnot that weren't even real. It's like, where you got this from a blog? This is your blog to make it worse. Like,
not you got this from a blog and it's your blog.
Like, you were lying on your own blog and then trying to credit it as being correctly informational wise. Like, no, fact check, double check. Like, no, sis, stop. And then, like, a few weeks ago when that whole college break scandal thing, I'm like, who pays their kids' way into college? And this girl was like, well, I would. And I'm just like, it's illegal. And she's like, well, I don't care. I do it. And some people are just dumb.
Yeah, Twitter, another thing about Twitter exposes a lot of people. Twitter is really, when celebrity, how do I say this? When sexual assault cases come up, Twitter really exposes.
They really do.
Twitter, because when you start to get people's thoughts and opinions on it, you really start to see what people be going for. And a lot of people think that rape is okay. I'm not saying no names, but with certain artists break out with things,
or abusers.
I don't believe her. Twitter exposes it. Twitter will expose you, so make sure you watch what you tweet, and let's not act like they won't pull your Twitter up from 12 years ago and try to use it against you.
Or last year. I think the next 5 years, good. It's like a good leeway. Unless you change a lot, then no.
I'm really nervous about one day because we're comm majors. I feel like when I'm gonna walk into an interview, somebody's just gonna pull up. Because sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. When I get in my feelings, I don't run to Snapchat or Instagram. I run straight to Twitter, and some of the stuff I be tweeting is a little question marky. So I just hope one day. Because I think on my Twitter I have 3,000 tweets. I don't have time to go back and delete all those.
Girl, there's a software that auto-deletes because my tweets auto-delete every 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because high school, I had to delete my other Twitter account because high school, if you follow me on Twitter in high school, I'm not me than I am today at all. I had to delete it because and start over. And then even now, with the one I have now, I had to go through and delete all my tweets.
See, I have 7,672 tweets. And I've only had this Twitter for a year. Well, almost 2 years. Yeah, I've had it for almost 2 because I joined May 2017. I've had this Twitter for almost 2 years. I'm going to have to wipe this out because some of this stuff.
You're like, oh,
it's very questionable. I know some of this stuff is questionable. I be looking at tweets from 2 days ago that are questionable, so I'm really curious as to what I was tweeting about 6 months ago.
That is something to think about, cause some people, they're just so instant in the moment that they say things, and it's just like, why did you say that? Especially if you're a celebrity or politician. That's why publicists have a hard time nowadays trying to wrangle in their artists. Like Kanye West, I wouldn't want to be his publicist.
You know who publicist I want to be, and it's gonna sound crazy. But I just feel like he needs so much fixing. I hope nobody come for me. But Kodak Black needs a new publicist.
He needs just a new everything.
I mean, we know, but Kodak needs a new publicist. Like the things that he says.
He needs media training to start with.
For media training, but that comes with having a publicist. Like some of the things Kodak be tweeting about, be saying, I just like, baby, you need a new publicist. Yeah, see this tweet. I can't wait till the day I bless a stripper with a couple stacks. They work hard too. An employer is not gonna hire me tweeting stuff like that.
Ma'am, what are you gonna do with your paycheck?
Blow a couple racks at the strip club.
I'm gonna put it into my savings account. No, you're not. Pull it up. Big old PowerPoint presentation. This is what you said.
I'm sometimes, because people don't realize, once you tweet something, it's rare that you go back and read it. I'm not gonna go back. That was 2 days ago. So I'm not gonna go back and read what I read 2 days ago, let alone 6 months ago. I don't even get on my own Twitter feed, my own personal timeline. I don't get on this. It's weird looking at it like this.
Sometimes I do, because I'm just like, what did I retweet? Because I saw something really good, especially if it's on makeup. I will scroll. I will scroll all the way back a whole month.
I want people. Speaking of scrolling, I want people to know that we can see your likes.
Some of y'all nasty.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people notice that. Like, I know people realize how retweeting works, but I don't think people realize that your likes also pop up on your Twitter feed as well, and it pops up on the regular
We
tweet.
see your greasy booty pictures.
Morgan! Morgan!
Because sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to mute them. And I still see it. And I'm like, I have to unfollow them. But hopefully they'll understand. They'll understand. Because it's just like, I don't want to see that.
Let it go.
It's like, ooh, no. Especially if you're in public. You're just like, oh, look at this. Look at this. And it's like, whoop, scroll real quick.
Yeah, my tweets are a little questionable. They're very questionable.
We all have those moments.
Just occasionally. What's the next?
Dang, time is really moving quick.
Time do be moving quick.
It's because we're at the end of the semester. Let's talk about dragging folks, because we were talking about like old tweets. Folks stay getting dragged. If somebody finds something bad you did, they gonna find it and they be like, look at what they did.
Look at what they did 8 years ago.
Drag them.
You will, I'm going to tell you, that's another thing. That's why I say Twitter is raw. You will get dragged for filth on Twitter. Because first of all, it's the internet, so people already don't care on the internet. But people especially don't care on Twitter. You will get every piece of your feelings hurt on there. I've seen people get read for filth on there. You can post one thing and 36,000 people will drag you.
It's scary too. That's not good for your mental health though, because I'm just like, you gotta take breaks. Because sometimes your whole life be on there, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. Especially if somebody came out. I remember this one girl, she was like, hey, my boyfriend assaulted me, and the police are looking for him. If you see this guy, come find him. They're like, you lying. You wanted it. Look at your name. It's Princess. This girl, her name was Princess Booty something.
What?
And so they were like, nah, with your name like that, nah.
Yeah, Twitter is raw, and you will get dragged, and
It's scary.
It is scary though. Like Twitter,
like, who's next?
It is. Twitter is a dog eat dog. For social media is a dog eat dog world, but Twitter is gonna take it there. Like people will talk about your mama, your grandma, your daddy. They'll talk about your dead. Like people will they will come for your dead relatives on Twitter.
And that's scary. It's just so much. And on top of that, some people will take it as far as to look up your personal information.
Yes.
And just start dragging it everywhere. For some people they do certain things and it's like you lose your job, oh well. You out here harassing kids inside the park. You were harassing black kids inside the park with your own racist agenda and you lose your job, too bad. You're going to get another one probably because there's somebody who's like, that's okay.
Oh yeah, you will get they will I'm glad you brought that up. They will go and find out where you work at and you will get fired. Like that has happened so many times. Like
with some situations I'm like, yeah, I don't want you working, especially if you work with kids. You an elementary school teacher, but you want to cuss kids out in the park and throw stuff at them and kick them.
But one thing I do like about Twitter will get in a racist person's behind. Black Twitter, if you are racist and you think you want to lose your job, you will.
They're gonna find your credit card history.
They will call human resources at somebody's job so fast. I'm just like, y'all cannot be doing that. But I mean, I mean, but you can't be upset like you're a racist.
You got what you deserve.
I mean, I don't feel sorry for people who are racist because you hate me for no reason.
Yeah, it's just such a poor state of mind. Like you think you're superior to someone else, so you just tear other people down for no apparent reason whatsoever.
But that's a history lesson for another day.
Have you ever been dragged on Twitter?
You know, I haven't made it to that level of fame yet. So, no, I have not been dragged on Twitter, but I cannot wait until the day that I do because I will drag TF back. Because I'm not scared of nobody on the internet. Like,
you your location? Like, I'm here.
I'm here. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely here.
Pull up.
Pull up on the key. Pull up on the key. So let's move to a lighter but greater topic, social justice on Twitter and how Twitter really impacts a lot of movements and brings a lot of awareness to certain things. That's what I like. So How do you feel about that?
I love it because that's how I learned a lot of stuff. That's how I learned about. That's what really got me. A lot of us interested. I know for me specifically, was the case inside of Ferguson, Missouri, and just watching the whole thing. Being able to watch the live stream, that's when Periscope first popped off. Being able to watch a live stream or watching the police tear gas people, tear gas children, and being able to tweet it, and like everyone can see your disgust with everything. Like, and for the people that are there, they see that we support them, even though we can't. We learned about Flint from.
We did learn about Flint from Twitter, and Twitter is really trying to Sometimes I have brain farts, and it's really bad. Twitter is trying to bring awareness to Flint as well as trying to help. A lot of money has been raised for Flint just by Twitter alone. Like, people just making GoFundMe accounts.
Especially the girl who's Mrs. Flint.
The little girl?
Little Miss Flint.
Yes.
She's doing so much, and it's just so sad. It's just like, she shouldn't have to be doing all that. She's like, what, 10?
She shouldn't, and it's sad. I mean, it's not sad because, like, she's 10 and...
she should be outside scraping her knees, not going outside and having to sit there and, like, please help us to your government. They don't even care about us.
But in addition to her, Jaden Smith.
Oh, I love what he's doing with the whole water. I love Jada and Will's parenting because people were like, oh, they're going to be weird. But none of their kids are in jail. They're all doing great. And it's just like, you don't have to beat your kids for them to be successful.
You really don't. You really don't. We should do an episode on parenting.
We should. We're running out of episodes.
We should do an episode on parenting.
The weeks are dwindling. Yes.
The weeks are dwindling.
The time.
Yeah, the weeks are dwindling. But back to Twitter. I'm on Twitter right now. Twitter is also, and people don't realize the stages of Twitter. Because, like, you're going to make, because, like, let me tell you how Twitter works. You're going to make a Twitter, you're going to be on it for a month, and you're not going to understand how it works, and then you're going to leave it alone for a year.
What? You left it alone for a whole year?
That's how everybody is.
Girl, I was just trying to, like, fizzle through.
That's how Twitter is. So, like, you're gonna make a Twitter, because nobody really understands how it works when you first get it. So a lot of people go through this. So you're gonna make a Twitter. You're not gonna like, because you're not gonna understand how to use it.
It's like, ooh. And so they update it like every other week.
They update it every other week. So you're going to be on it for like a month, and you're not going to like it. And then you're going to be off it for a long... I'm not going to say a year. I was off it for like 6 months because I didn't understand. And then one day, you're just going to miraculously get back on Twitter, and that's going to be it.
Like, yay, everything just comes to you.
Twitter is very addicting because, like... Twitter, like Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat are like, you know, you get on it, but Twitter is
everything on there.
Twitter has everything. Like, if Twitter were to add a story, like,
oh, it'd be over.
If Twitter were to add a story, I would probably delete like all my
other social
medias. But the one thing I can say about Twitter is it's hard to get like juice on Twitter. Like, it's hard to build a following.
Oh yes.
But one thing I can say about Twitter is once you have a following on Twitter, you have it. It's not like Instagram, like, you know, it goes back up. It's hard to get a following on Twitter, but once you have it, it's there. And a lot of people don't realize this. I think it's better for somebody to build a following on Twitter then merge to Instagram than trying to build an Instagram then merge to Twitter. I think people should try building a brand on Twitter first and then move into Instagram.
Yeah, because with Instagram, it's just strictly imagery. But with Twitter, you got your words, your opinion. Because, listen, when Instagram went down, them Instagram models started to hop on to Twitter, and they were getting dragged inside their comments. Because it's just like, you're boring. You're just pretty. You shouldn't talk. You're weird. It's like with Black China. Her mystique went away when she started talking.
Poor Black China.
Yeah, that's a whole other situation you don't want. But honestly, I just love Twitter because it's just like I can hop into different things and everything is just like there. I scroll and I get my fashion stuff. I scroll, I get some Bible study stuff. I scroll, I get my news. I scroll and I see what my friends are doing. I scroll and I just scroll.
Twitter is like a one-stop shop for social media. That's what Twitter is, the one-stop shop for. I am so loud sometimes. It's really crazy. Twitter is like the one-stop shop for social media. That's what Twitter is. Twitter is a one-stop shop for social media.
You get your drama. You get Ooh, I love learning about new food places. Cause it's
Yeah,
like,
Twitter, like Threads.
oh yes.
Let's wrap up the show with Threads.
Ooh, I love Threads.
Okay, so with Threads, you can have the Threads are like one long post because you can only post like 150. How many characters can you post on Twitter? It's more than
220.
220 because they updated. So you can only post 220 characters on one tweet at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So some people will make multiple tweets and it'll be like one big old tweet. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people put thread and they call it a thread. Some people tell stories. I love story threads, like crazy story threads.
Especially if you add the gifts in there.
Yes, like crazy story threads. People make threads about music. It's a I forgot the ad, but it's a conspiracy theory page, and all they make is a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, threads of conspiracy theories. But they make sense though. That's the thing. They make a lot of sense. They have those threads, and sometimes they make threads like outfits and stuff.
Oh yes, where to shop, how to shop.
Mm-hmm.
I got so many bookmarks. When Twitter added that bookmark thing, I'm like, yes, because I was tired of having to scroll through everything. I got my bookmarks. I don't
even use my bookmarks. I send them to. I send my tweets.
Bookmark it.
I send all my tweets to myself.
And it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Because my bookmarks wasn't saving correctly.
What?
They weren't saving. So I just started putting all my thingies in a what's it called?
Your messages?
Yeah, that.
Or your
I know you lying. They are loud and we're recording the show. Anyway,
I don't know what they're arguing about.
Sounds nasty. But back to Twitter. Twitter is
it's just everything.
Twitter is everything.
You get new music.
You get a lot of new music, and you also get a lot of opinions on music when you get on Twitter, because people of course music drops on Thursday, and like at midnight on Friday morning you get to see all the people you get to see everybody's opinion on it. People start going back and forth. Twitter is a world of its own, and it's honestly an amazing world. Is your Twitter on white mode or dark mode?
Dark.
I put mine on white. That's another big debate on Twitter. White daylight Twitter versus
night mode.
Night mode.
I like both. It don't bother me.
I've transitioned to day mode.
Oh.
I kind of like it. It's a whole. It gives your timeline a really like different feel.
Nice glossy feel.
It's very bright. But I do have to take Twitter off light mode in the daytime, because Twitter gets a little outrageous during the day, and I don't need people looking at me like, oh, what's she doing? Because Twitter gets a little nasty and Twitter is nasty at all times, first of all. Like, it's no joke. Like, Twitter don't turn up at night. Like, Twitter is like that all day.
They used to. Before a lot of people got on it. Ooh.
Nighttime. But now it's like all through the day. So you can't be on Twitter on night mode all the time. So I put it on day mode. Day mode is really cool, though.
I like them both. They're cute.
I forgot I had on a dress. I got my legs wild.
It's just us, so we all good.
So I think we're gonna wrap up the show now.
As we're scrolling through Twitter.
I'm actually on Instagram right now. I go through the stories on Instagram. But I will get back on Twitter later, because Twitter is the best social media site there is. Once again, you are tuned in to At the End of the Day, hosted by me, the one and only Kira Simone, and
Morgan Gould.
And we are signing off. We'll see you next week on another episode of At the End of the Day.
See y'all later.